artwork on the wall. I'd walk by some of it and say, man, I didn't even know that was one of my father's pieces. You know what I mean? He really just, honestly, he just was always focused on other people and displaying other people's art. And as Zanari said earlier, I remember everything that Megan you went through with Aborigine family, the gallery. Zanari forgot to mention about the receptions, and sometimes we used to call Megan ahead of time and ask her if there was a vegetable tray or if there was cookies. That's how early we would try to get that. And I remember that, but, you know, these things for us at the time when we were younger, they were things that we had to. We didn't have a choice. You were going to the reception was there. We remember at night with the mailing and folding the mailing and putting labels on it. And I learned about bulk mailing by the zip code. You know, I mean, there's so many things. And,
yes.
You know, cleaning up, getting things ready. I mean, there's so many things and so many steps that were involved. And, you know, like now looking back at it, there's so much that you can learn from the experience. And I admit we just used to dread it, but at the same time, class projects, we were in the gallery and, you know, using them in the back and drawing and, you know, just creating things with the clay room. And it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a learning experience for us as well. At the same time, you know, we saw on the back end of everything from getting it ready for a show and picking exhibits, and I remember the bubble wrap and loving to put, you know, this is so many, yeah, you know, and we get in trouble for that, but you know, there's so many things that we remember, and I remember that so many people used to come through the gallery, and you see people later on, and just what they're doing, you're just like, wow, you know, it really had an impact on so many people, and I'm proud to have anything to do with it at all, and I'm so happy with the way that it's gone. The future of the gallery, and that it's continuing and giving other people an opportunity, which I know is what my father really wanted, to give other people an opportunity to display and show their art, regardless of where an art it falls. And so I'm so thankful that it's continuing on and it's still moving forward to that same purpose.
One year she would do it, and the next year I would, so one person would have to do all that work. And that was so much fun for Rachel for so many years. And I thank you and Luther and your two daughters for being here. I am so grateful, so appreciative. And you know one thing, guys? I say that the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. The Lord giveth. And I would like to introduce my fiancé, Lubin, who has been very helpful and supportive. Lubin, thank you for all that you have done. Lubin's here today with his two nieces, Sharon and Crystal. Thank you so much, guys, for being very supportive. Our good friend, Marcella Robinson, is also here. I am so grateful. And other family members who come far and near. I thank you so dearly Joyce and other family members and friends for being here this day. Thank you for the memories of this day. We won't forget this, will we, guys? And all the pictures that you're taking, I hope you get a chance to see some of them. Again, thank you so very, very much.
Well, I just want to give everyone an opportunity to look at the work, but I do, again, just want to say thank you. And the one thing that I realized from hearing all these comments is that everyone had a very kind of complicated and challenging relationship with Herb. But the bottom line is that once you went through his gallery boot camp, you emerged a stronger, more well-informed, more well-rounded person. I do have to say one thing about his kids. I remember when I would see them kind of suffering in and suffering out, I would say to them, maybe they just, I would say, Herb, maybe they just want to do something else. Maybe they just want to go someplace else. And he would just look at me and say, they don't know it now, but one day they'll understand why I'm doing this. And so as much as I was like, I sent my eyes to the back of my head, and I was like, sure. But, now that we have, a doctor, a lawyer, and a teacher, I know that he was even right with that, even though most of the time I thought he was completely wrong. But I'll stand here today and admit most of the time he was absolutely right. So I'm really glad to see what wonderful citizens and wonderful, community-oriented children that he's created, as well as the staff and other folks here. So please make sure that you take a catalog. We also have a schedule of upcoming exhibitions at the Community Folk Arts Center, and I would love to talk to anyone here more about what we're continuing on in the legacy of Herb. So thank you very much.